Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hi, it's day 15, module 15, and whoa, we are learning so much so fast. Okay, I'm going to go real fast right now because I got a lot to tell you in 20 minutes. So, acknowledging. When you achieve something, you must not forget that you've achieved it. Success is a vibration. What is it, please? Thank you. It's a vibration. Say success is a vibration. Thank you. Often when we have success, we do not acknowledge it and we dismiss it and move on to the next goal that we want. So, I did this for much of my life until I was about 40 years old. I didn't acknowledge. I would have a success and I wouldn't acknowledge it. I'd have a success and I wouldn't acknowledge it. And I kept living in this mindset that I wanted more, I wanted something bigger, I wanted something better. And in effect what I was doing is I was making it harder on myself to achieve success because I wasn't acknowledging the successes I had previously, and I was not connecting with a vibration that was so powerful. So every success has to be celebrated and acknowledged, and it's acknowledged so that the conscious mind is implanting in the subconscious and also in the vibration of your body that you're getting used to this success and it's becoming part of you, and thereby you will attract more success. Now, in an acknowledgement exercise that I did at a seminar once, I wrote down some things that I'd accomplished in my life, and suddenly something popped out that I had completely forgotten about. I completely suppressed it, and it's something that happened when I was 11 years old. I was on a volleyball team, and our school got to the city finals, and I was, this scrawny, skinny kid, and I wasn't that good, but I was good enough to be on the team, and I was okay at serving, and I got into this situation where it was 1919 and I was the server, and I was nervous and I was scared, and I started to go to serve the ball, and I suddenly remembered that I had been practicing outside in the school yard, and I was practicing hitting the ball, and what I did is at one time I actually spun the ball by accident and it went off the wall and went over to the side, and I went, ooh, that's cool. So I served the ball, and over it went, and the kid on the other side hit it, and because it was spinning, I put a spin on it, the ball went off, and we got a point. All I needed to do was hit one more point. So I wound up, and I just put the spinorama on it, and the ball went over the net and the other side, and the kid goes to hit it, and because the ball had a spin on it again, boom, the ball went to the side, and we won the championship, and I got the winning serve, and everybody came and picked me up. We celebrated, and we were like, oh my God, we won the city championship, and then I went home and I forgot about it. So I had completely forgotten about this success, and when I relived it, it was amazing. You see, the vibration is still in me. It's patterned in me. So the more we do this in our lives, we go back and we acknowledge our successes, but we also go through our life and we just completely, moving forward from today, we completely acknowledge every success and we celebrate it. So when you have a success, you must acknowledge and celebrate the success, because success is a vibration and we must train our minds to acknowledge it. And once we do this, we continue to attract similar vibrations of success. Your mind, you see, your mind has no limits, so you can fill it up with as much as you want. It'll take a ton. It's like this big open container that can never be filled. So keep loading it up with successes. Stop loading it up with unsupportive thinking. Load it up with supportive thinking. Every day we must create our own daily self-creation session. And we must get into the habit of creating successes and our own self-creation time where we start to create more successes. So we celebrate the successes, but then we also spend time with our self-creation. So we must create time every day to self-create. Creating is a habit. we have daily stuff every day. We have stuff going on every day. We make time for this, we make time for that, but we don't make time to actually celebrate our successes, and we don't make time to actually have a self-creation session so that we can keep moving forward and building on these successes. So, make time for a self-creation every day. How many times have you gone through a day where you've procrastinated on something? Well, that is time that can be used for success celebration or self-creation time. Find things in your day that are not productive and replace them with these mind power exercises. Do them while you're in the shower. Do them while you're doing your hair, doing your makeup, brushing your teeth. Just do them. There's times that you can do them. This does not have to be a chore. In fact, if it's a chore, you're way off course. It has to be something that you embrace every day. You make time for it every day. I'm going to dare you right now to infuse into your mind these techniques. I'm going to dare you to infuse into your mind all of the habits, all of the techniques I've been teaching you over the last, 14 days? I'm going to dare you to harness the mind power, and I'm going to ask you to expand on it. It's time to become a master. This is Mindset Mastery, so it's time to become a master. We're about halfway through, and we've got to become masters. Now, let's take a quality or a trait that you have. And I'd like you to allow your mind and your mind power to accept this quality, accept this trait right now. Pick a quality. Just pick one right now. Anything. Something you're good at. Excellent. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to acknowledge that you have this skill, acknowledge that you have this trait, acknowledge that you have this power, and enhance it. And every day, I want you to acknowledge and affirm that you have this power, you have this trait, and I want you to repeat it yourself every day. Pick this highest quality and take yourself to an expert level. Pick that quality now. What is that trait? And then I want you to affirm it to yourself. Spend 5 whole minutes out of 24 hours, spend 5 whole minutes just affirming the quality that you have. I am an amazing accountant. I am an amazing accountant. I am a brilliant accountant. I am one of the best accountants in the city. I am amazing with numbers. People love how I budget. I am so phenomenal at creating an accounting. I am, and whatever your skill or trait is, affirm it, affirm it, affirm it, affirm it, affirm it. What I've always affirmed is that I am one of the greatest and influential speakers on the planet. And I affirm that. And all of a sudden, I get invited to speak on stages all over the world. This started 5 years ago, and I've been all over the world. And now I'm taking it even further with the internet, and I'm going to be speaking on stages in Asia and Europe and Australia this year. How cool is that? I'm constantly attracting it into my life. And I get paid really well for it, so the money shows up. I've lived my passion. Now, so pick something you want to manifest and create it. Pick your trait, affirm it. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to seed, I want you to visualize, and I want you to affirm all of the things you want to create in your life. You have the techniques, now you have the declarations, now you have the positive affirmation techniques. It's time to bring it all together and acknowledge everything. What I want you to do is create a list of 20 realistic successes and positive qualities that you want to achieve in your life and that you have. Qualities that you have, successes that you want to have. Start making a crazy list, guys. It's time to get busy. It's time to make your life, create your life, create that vibration. So using all the techniques I've been teaching you, it's time to bring it all together and get focused on the things that we want. Acknowledge past successes as well. Acknowledge successes as they're happening. Celebrate them. Take some traits and some characteristics that you're really good at and make that, affirm it, and make it bigger and better. And what you're doing is you're combining your existing traits and characteristics and skill sets, and it's like you're gluing them to the other things that you want to create in your life, and that skill and that trait and those geniuses that you have in you are going to help you attract that to which you want into your life. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. It makes dollars. It makes dollars. Okay. If you want to create a new life, you must create a new way of thinking. If you want to create a new life, you must create a new way of thinking. Understanding that your mind is a powerful generator, your thoughts are real forces. By creating, you manifest. And by creating, you awaken finally to the fact that you do have the power and your thoughts are not common and ordinary. They contain immense power. Your thoughts are not ordinary. They contain immense power that people thousands of years ago understood. But over time, this got forgotten. Let me ask you this. Is a tree ordinary? Is a tree common? Is it? Look at a rose. Is a rose common and ordinary? Today, I want you to go buy a rose. Go buy a rose. You must buy a rose. It's an exercise. Go buy the rose. And I want you to get the rose, and I want you to look at it, and then I would like you to create a rose exactly like the rose you bought. Just copy it. Okay? Good. I know what you're saying. How am I going to do that? Well, why can't you? Something did. Something created it. Perhaps you can't recreate it, but something else created it, and this is where I'm going with this. Pay attention, because that something is a power, that something that created that tree and that created that rose is a power greater than you and I can really comprehend. We look at it and we say it's beautiful, but when we really look at it, when we really see what and how it's put together, we can't even see how it's put together. We walk by flowers, we walk by trees, we walk by grass every day, and we just look at them as ordinary because we see them all the time. But what is really going on here? What is really happening? It's a creation. It's created by a powerful force. This rose, this tree, is created by a powerful force, and that same powerful force created you. And it created me. And this rose contains that powerful force, and you contain that powerful force too. And because the rose and you both contain a powerful force, we are therefore all connected to the same powerful force. You and I are connected through a powerful force. We are both created by it. Same as the rose, same as the dog down the street, same as the cat, same as all the animals. We're all created by a powerful force. Now, if you're created by a powerful force and I'm created by a powerful force, that means we're connected, because we're connected through the energeticness of the universe. I am here in Kelowna, British Columbia. You say, well, where the heck is that? It doesn't matter. I'm connected to you because if you're in Walnut Creek, California, I'm connected to you. If you're in Dubai, I'm connected to you. If you're in South Africa, I'm connected to you. If you're in Nepal, I'm connected to you. If you're in France, I'm connected to you. If you're in Ireland, I'm connected to you. And you are watching me on a computer, and I am speaking to you through a camera. And I am digitized and then reformatted on your screen. And I'm not really speaking right now because I taped this before, but you are watching me and I'm doing something else right now. But we are still connected by the same force that has created us. How's that? and you look different than me, and I am a public speaker, and you are what you do, and even though we think we are different, we are really the same. It doesn't matter what you look like or what you do for a living, we are still all connected because we're really all the same. Because if I take this skin off, we pretty much look the same except for a few parts. So, we are all part of the same source. The source is a force. What makes up me makes up you. What makes up my thoughts makes up your thoughts. And like my thoughts are like energy, so are your thoughts like energy. They are thoughts, they are energy. And they create. Have you ever gotten an idea? Like, oh, I just had a great idea. It's not your idea. It's floating out in the ether, and you just so happen to tap into it because your frequency tuned into it, and because you were in a certain state and you were vibrating at a certain vibration that connected with the vibration of that idea. There are thoughts out there that were thought millions, thousands of years ago, and you're just picking them up now. And you're going to send a thought out, and somebody else is going to pick it up. Simultaneous at the same time as you thought that thought, somebody else picked up that thought on the planet. So in the same way you can create anything you want, you can think whatever you want into your life. This is the power of manifestation. So in the same way that you can create anything you want, you will simply have to just change your habits, focus your energy and your vibrations on that to which you want, and things will start to flow to you. Because we're all connected, and you are connected to everything. You're connected to the energy and vibration of money. You're connected to the energy and vibration of a beautiful relationship. You're connected to the energy and vibration of great health. Your partner has to be connected to having a great relationship. The money you want is already vibrating, you just need to connect with it. To get the health you want, you have to energetically and vibrate at the same level, putting the right health into your body through food, through nutrition, and through exercise. Getting into the vibration that gets you into a better state of health. All of the things that you want in your life are vibrating. They're energies. They're vibrating, and all you have to do is get into the frequency, and we do this through thought, through meditation, through vibration, through declarations, through affirming, and just creating and drawing into our life. The more you do this, the more you practice it every day. We will go through our entire lives either being completely unhappy or being ecstatic about our life, knowing that we can attract everything into our lives. We can attract misery, or we can attract happiness and success. It's entirely up to us. And we have the power. So all you have to do is just try this on and start doing it. If you're not doing the exercises and you're behind, you've got to catch up. Just stop. It takes a half an hour a day to do everything. When you break it up over a day, it's not a lot of time, but it's the most productive time in the day. And it's powerful. And it's going to put you into a state and a vibration that is going to help you become a great manifester, and you're going to start to attract everything you want in your life. Whatever it is you want, you have to do these exercises. You have to do them. Everything I've said in the last 15 days is all part of power. It's energy. And you have to understand it. So understand and tap into it and create the life of your dreams. Do the exercises daily. It's imperative for your success. Create the habit and do not deviate. Next week we're going to get more into talking about how the subconscious mind works and how all of what we've learned in the last 15 days is really going to turn this into a completely different machine. And it's going to be amazing. Guys, thank you so much and have an awesome weekend. And I'm just going to ask you to please do these exercises, do them as I've instructed, and you're going to have a great life. Guys, thanks so much, and I look forward to next week. It's just getting better. All right. I hope you're enjoying it. Have a beautiful weekend. Take care. Thanks. Here we go.